Most of us think of digestion as a simple sequence. Food goes into a pipe, fuel gets extracted, and waste comes out the other end. When that sequence fails, when you're constantly bloated, tired, or struggling with your weight, the instinct is to believe that your gut is completely broken. You restrict the fuel, try aggressive detoxes, and scrub the valves, often feeling much worse as a result. If you look a little closer at the lining of your intestine, you won't find sterile plumbing. You will find an entire world. You are home to trillions of living microorganisms. Seeing the gut as a living ecosystem changes the objective. Rather than trying to force a mechanical fix, you are learning how to cultivate a resilient environment. We expose this delicate inner garden to harsh environmental forces every day. Chronic stress, irregular sleep, and highly processed diets act as a constant drought on your microbial soil. Over time, the rich variety of the gut is stripped away. A thriving, varied landscape turns into a biological monocrop farm, lacking diversity and highly vulnerable to even the smallest disruption. Scientists call this state of imbalance dysbiosis. The microbes that support your health thin out, while less helpful ones multiply and take over the space. The fallout from this imbalance extends beyond stomach pain. The gut is physically woven into your immune system and wired directly to your brain. An ecological collapse in the gut sends distress signals throughout the body, affecting your mood, your energy, and your overall physical resilience. Rebuilding this ecosystem begins with the soil. The boundary between the food you eat and your bloodstream is a physical wall, precisely 1 cell thick. Intelligent seals, called tight junctions, bind these individual wall cells together. They act like mortar between bricks, deciding what enters your body and what stays out. When the inner garden is neglected and starved, these seals loosen. The wall becomes overly permeable, allowing unwanted particles to slip through the barrier and trigger inflammation. Repairing the barrier requires the ultimate fertilizer, dietary fiber. Your human cells cannot digest fiber, but your microbes thrive on it. When they ferment the plants you eat, they release short-chain fatty acids, specifically a healing compound called butyrate. Butyrate is the preferred fuel for your gut lining. It nourishes those single-layer wall cells and physically tightens the loose junctions between them. The structural integrity of your body's most important border depends on how consistently you feed the microscopic organisms guarding it. The gut manages physical borders while simultaneously coordinating chemical signals. These travel along the vagus nerve, a massive two-way neural highway connecting your digestive tract directly to your brain. Most of your body's serotonin is made in the gut, but it does not travel directly into your brain. Instead, your gut influences mood through the vagus nerve, immune signaling, and the metabolites your microbes produce. Because of this continuous communication, your mental state acts as the literal weather system for your inner garden. Chronic stress is a relentless drought. Under pressure, your body releases cortisol, which degrades the microbial community and halts the natural movement of digestion. Your gut microbes operate on a daily cycle. Consistent sleep provides the circadian rhythm, the rising and setting sun, that signals the garden to repair itself. Mental health and physical digestion are interconnected responses to the exact same biological weather. A neglected garden is resilient. It waits for better conditions, ready to respond the moment you change the environment around it. Restoration relies on a strategy of abundance. You focus on crowding in beneficial inputs until they naturally displace the stressors. The first step is fertilization. Add 1 new type of whole plant food to your plate each day to build biological diversity and provide your microbes with varied fuel. The second step is seeding. Incorporating fermented foods introduces a living layer of beneficial microbes and helps keep the existing community in check. Finally, you manage the climate. A 10-minute walk after your main meal supports metabolism, while a consistent wake-up time regulates your body's internal clock. True ecological restoration happens through small, consistent additions of life. Motivation to follow health rules is fragile and inevitably fades over time. The ultimate goal is an identity shift. There is a quiet but powerful difference between I am trying to eat better and I am someone who takes care of my internal health. Every meal is an act of cultivation. You are a master gardener, tending to the trillions of lives that sustain you.